Woo! All right. Testing mic 2. Yeah. Hey, that's Renako. How's it going? Good evening. Wait, is it 11:55 p.m.? We're getting close to midnight. What a coincidence. Anywho, I, I hope you all doing well. It's the weekend, thankfully. Thankfully, it's the weekend because, my God, I would find that actually pretty boring. Because there's an event going on tomorrow, I might probably hang out too. And it's like one of those events I go out at least 2 times per year. It's really fun. The speed run event. It's called No Reset Marathon. Uh, the thing happening where I'm at, most likely. I tend to go there occasionally for one day, just chilling out with fellow streamers and fellow VTubers and fellow people around it, specifically fellow speedrunner I know it back then. But yeah, anywho, um, I wanted to make this video about it because like this is a topic that has been really kind of like fascinating some people, I guess. And I mean, it's kind of fascinating, kind of true a little bit, but it's most likely a thing that I feel like it has been known for a really long time ago. And I think it's about, the Twitch bot thing and Twitch having the lowest viewer count ever since 2020. I mean, well, it's pretty obvious as to why there's a lot of down viewership going on Twitch. I can count in many things. I can probably say a lot of many places, many things as to why there's less people watching on Twitch than it used to be. Because, well, obviously there's a lot of bad quality of life change on this platform as well. Is a thing I tend to talk about sometimes on my stream. Whenever I stream on Twitch, I try to be less vocal about it sometimes because I don't want to get copy strike. Because it's a lot easier. Seriously, it's a lot easier. Anywho, um, I think first of all, the most obvious reasons as to why I believe a lot of lowest viewership is going on Twitch has to do with the bots. Well, obviously it has to do with the bots. It's a part with the bots. But at the same time, it's a big part of what I believe. It's because we're currently at summer. It's the summer. I mean, are you going to entirely stay at home all day watching people streaming on Twitch during a summer? Like when everything is pretty beauty outside and like it's not like winter, it's not like it's perfectly okay and makes sense to stay inside, during winter I can see like the viewership grow up a lot more than usual, but it's summer. I'm expecting a lot of people, a lot of viewers, a lot of streamers, like kind of not streaming a lot. And it's like, I don't know, it's like it's not shocking news, honestly. It's like it's a pretty basic thing in any hobbies out there. There's less people playing video games, there's less people like be inside of their homes. They're most likely going to go out. They're most likely going to go chill out, going outside, walk in, go to theaters, go outside, go to bars, and so on. Like it's summer. You're gonna have to go out at some point. You're gonna have to just stick all day long in your place and just I don't know, play World of Warcraft like I do sometimes. But anywho, like that's like one of the that's one of the few reasons as to why. As for the bot situation, it's pretty obvious. There's a lot of thing. I think it's pretty obvious that there's a lot of talk about like the investors and the bot discussion going on as to why the plating the viewership and some streams. Well, it's pretty obvious, right? There's a lot of streams. There's a lot of streamers sponsoring stuff, and I think it's pretty obvious that the discussion around it pretty makes sense that they're trying to make a fake, not some kind of fake hype, because like if like there's a lot of people in a restaurant, but it's exactly not as you think it is, right? Right? So it's like more like it kind of makes sense in a business way. But how many times you seen, like, I believe most likely not a lot of people buying stuff off Twitch. A lot of stuff people sponsoring on Twitch. Like example, people sponsoring from video games on Twitch, and then suddenly the video games they got a key of it, and then it's sponsoring the game and you know showcasing the game. How many times do people buy games from the code and all that? Maybe probably less because of how it's not that much value. Maybe it is me, but it never caught me any interest whenever there's people doing that sort of thing. So I mean, that's what I believe personally. But it's one of the main things I think it's the biggest issue. And one other big issue I think about Twitch viewership low down as well is because of the commercial ads, breaks, and so on for the people who not subscribing just to watching the streamer and free content. It's pretty obvious that a lot of people get tiresome with those ads just popping it even 2 or 3 minutes in, or at the start you click on a new stream, you look up and then there's rolls of ads just showing up. It gives terrible presentation, honestly, and I feel like maybe I'm a little bit guilty on that. It's maybe a problem as well on my channel, but yeah, it does not show good introduction to some channels, honestly, and I think that is one of the reason as to why I believe people are less interested with all of that, right? But yeah, I think the ads are kind of like giving a bad taste in the mouth as first impression on some streams. A lot of people want to go watch the first impression of stream, and like they get ads of 1 minute, 30 seconds, and it just loses a lot of interest for so many people to just look up that specific streamer. I've seen this many times. I mean, somebody who watch Twitch often, a lot more than usually sometimes. Let me tell you that there's a lot of streams where like I pop in and like first thing you see it's ads showing up. I have patience for that, but you can obviously tell there's a lot of people who won't tolerate that kind of stuff. No, they don't want to deal with it. They don't have fun with it. So yeah, it's not interesting them whatsoever. And there's this other thing I think as well that as to why people are moving on with Twitch. Uh, I think Twitch ran this course, just like television ran this course, cable ran this course, and so a little bit the social media and internet in general. A lot of people moving on with that too. Sometimes it's probably a minority of group of people, but people moving on Twitch. Like you're not gonna watch the same streamer for 10, 11 years. Obviously, not a lot of people will do that. There's probably a few people who will do it, but it's just because they like watching the content, right? Ooh, sorry about that. I have to drink a little bit. But yeah, I think Twitch has been about just chatting, playing video game on stream, do other things, cooking, breaking, you know, break something, doing Legos on stream, chit chatting on things, watch party on some shows like Nintendo Direct or Sony and so on, the E3. Yeah, well, that's pretty much this Twitch, just like a Justin TV nowadays. Feels more like a Justin TV 2011, 2010 more than gaming as it was back in earlier 12 and 14. But that's probably just me. Um I can see people moving on from that and pretty much focusing on doing their own thing. It's not everyone does that, but I think there's a massive reason that those reason could be a reason of why people are moving on off Twitch and YouTube as well. It's just YouTube is a lot more easy, but Twitch is more streaming, right? It's a more live streaming vibe. So yeah, that's what I think honestly about Twitch. But yeah, But yeah, other than that, for the people who watch the stream, watching me streaming sometimes, I want to say thank you again to hanging out with me. Most likely important. And I might probably be back streaming Sunday. We'll see. If not Monday. Monday this upcoming week. Because I want to keep going with Shadow Library on stream. But yeah, you take it easy, everyone. Have a good weekend. Treat yourself well. And if you want to talk about Twitch in the comments, always open about it. It's always fun. But yeah, take it easy. Have a good one.